So we'll probably hear a few of his catchphrases. When I was a wee child and my nose would get like it is now, he would say blow, and I would go like this. And he would say, no, blow hard, and I would go like this. And then I could be done. So if that happens again, I apologize. Next is the youngest of our three, Victoria. Came along after us, but has kept us all much younger than we'd like sometimes. So, thank you, Vickie.
It's not really very fair to make the girl with the science degree go after the girl with the English degree, but I guess that's what comes with being the youngest. There's a story about when I was little, and I was riding in the car with Dad, probably in the front seat because he really hated chauffeuring people around. So he insisted that somebody always be riding in the front seat, even though I was probably much too small. And I asked Dad if they would have to find Secret Service agents to stand on the sideline or to play the game, because it was my goal in life to become the first female president while simultaneously becoming a professional soccer player. Dad's response wasn't what most people would think. And he didn't even think to say what would be logical to somebody who still wanted to encourage those dreams, that you have to be 35 to be the president, and nobody's professional soccer career lasts that long. And so I dreamed of becoming both of those things at the same time. And while I stand here before you nowhere close to either one of those, I can sincerely tell you that at age 10, I legitimately planned on becoming those. And that highlights one of my favorite things about my father, and something I've only recently begun to appreciate. Growing up, I really thought I could be anything I wanted to be. And there was a long list of things that I wanted to be over time. An airplane washer, a firefighter, an astronaut, a professional soccer player, the first female president. Sometimes I combined them because I couldn't make up my mind. Some of them were random, some of them were extravagant. But not once did my dad say, you know, Victoria, it's not very realistic for you. Maybe you should think about something else. And it didn't stop with what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was convinced that I could do anything. Why couldn't the soccer player also dance and read astronomy books in her free time? In the Chambers house, can't wasn't a part of our vocabulary. It was one of those forbidden four-letter words. That's why my brother went from the extra man on the freshman basketball team to a state champion and a four-year collegiate athlete. It's why pretty soon I'm going to have to call my sister Dr. DePriest. And that's why I landed a job at one of the nation's top hospitals a few weeks ago, right out of college. Dad told us we could be anything we wanted to be, but we'd have to be willing to work for it to get there. Sometimes that meant going above and beyond. The only time I ever really got in trouble with Dad was when I stopped working hard but still expected to get where I wanted to go in life. Daddy believed in us and supported us along the way. I remember being jealous that he coached Nate and Liz, but never one of my teams. But then I realized that it's really hard for a dad to be a dance coach. So then he found his niche in the prop pops, as they called themselves, running around backstage, setting up our trees of our forest for our fairy tale, and the castle, the Disneyland castle, my senior year. He showed up to countless practices and never-ending Saturday competitions to see the same dance routines over and over and over again. Not to mention 13 straight years of Dance with the Debs. I'm pretty sure I'm still the only one that went to all of them. And Dad didn't just come to support me, but he really made his own community there and made sure that all of the other fathers were out having a good time, whether that was drinks at the local McMinimans or finding ways to fit in the 9 holes between rounds. Only recently did I realize that this kind of childhood dreaming was rare. I thought everyone's parents supported them like ours did. And I always considered it a blessing to have a dad who really enjoyed what he did with his life. Dad really liked his job, and I think part of that is because I don't know anyone else that got paid to play as much golf as Dad did. But he certainly managed to make that work pretty well. People always wonder why we all went so far away to college. And it's because we knew we could handle it. We're strong-willed, determined, organized, and confident, and albeit stubborn. Qualities I think you would agree we share with our dad. and which will take us far in life, even when he's no longer here to be our coach. And when life seems overwhelming, and maybe like I can't do it, I'll just remember to just keep playing. Thanks, Daddy, for supporting in my dreams, even when I didn't.